Sometimes it hurts when you say my name, but thinking of hers, I don't wanna know, don't want you to go and leave me behind. No, I don't wanna see if it isn't me who's on your mind.
Well, good morning. How are you? It's another day, it's another review video. Today, we're on a Triumph. This is the Speed Triple 1200 RS. I just picked it up, just put some fuel in it. We're just in road mode at the moment. Just waiting for it to warm up a bit. Beautiful day for a review. So this bike, I could have reviewed it a couple of months ago, but with the weather the way it was, I just was, 177.5, I think, horsepower. I didn't want to take that out on the road, not with these tyres on. I think these are the Super Corsa tyres. Didn't want to go out and, make a mess of things. So yeah, I left it until now and chose a perfect day by the looks of things. No point in taking a bike like this out to review, is there? If you're going out on really damp roads, with rock salt around everywhere, and there's no point at all. So yeah, today is the day. So I mean, very first impressions as well is that this bike is super easy to ride. It's I've literally just ridden it down the road, put some fuel in it, come out of the garage, turn the cameras on, come out of the garage, and then it's just an absolute pussycat at these sort of speeds. It's not snatchy. I mean, we are in road mode. I will put it into sport mode in a wee while, but I want to sort of get used to it a little bit first. It is super smooth. Oh god, I like it already. I like it already. It doesn't feel heavy either. So it's under 200 kilos. I think it's 198. We'll go into the specs in a wee while. I'll do a walk around and show you around the fit and the finish, and talk a bit about the bike. Because I really like this clock. So this is very similar clock and layout, if not the same clock and layout, to what was on the GT Pro that I rode just recently. Check out that video if you've not seen that. Brakes are just prodigious. Yeah. I mean, you are into license losing territory early doors. Again, as you would expect on a bike with this much poke. Ride responsibly, gang. I know there was a lot of criticism about the suspension when these bikes first came out, and at the launch, there was a lot of people complaining, saying that the ride was really harsh, really hard, and not very comfortable. But I'm not feeling it, so maybe this bike's been set up correctly by the dealership. Feels absolutely fine to me. Nice light clutch. And I feel confident riding it straight away, really, you know, straight out of the box. Let's turn you down a bit so you can see a bit better the instrument panel and what's going on. Stepping off my GS onto this, obviously everything feels, well, I mean the whole thing feels smaller. You're slightly canted forward, so the ergo triangle, your ass, your feet and your hands, very comfortable, canted forward slightly, but there's no real weight on my wrists because it's got these risers on. You know, they're not, we don't have clip-ons or anything daft like that on this bike, but it feels really comfortable. Your feet aren't too high, they're not too far back. The height of the bike, we'll go into that later because I can't recall off the top of my head. It's not overly tall. It does feel harsher across the bumps, but it does soak them up quite well. Don't know why I'm using the clutch. No need at all. It feels very cheeky. I'm not used to it yet. I'm not going to be throwing it around much. It tips in really well, but you do tend to, I mean, compared to what I'm used to, I tend to find myself oversteering slightly. Excellent. So easy to steer, really is a pussycat. It's a very sweet handling bike. The quick shifter and blipper is an absolute delight, absolutely delightful. Oh wow. I mean, I am not going to be riding this bike anywhere near anybody else's limits. And judging by the chicken strips that are on these tyres, someone's been having a lot more fun than I'm ever likely to know. I mean, 10,750 revs on the road. You are going to struggle to get to that. We'll see a bit further into the ride, but I kind of know for sure that those revs, you're only going to be hitting those when you're on a track, unless you're into probably prison speeds. You're not going to be able to access that power easily on the road, which the other bike in this identical colour that I rode makes more sense on the road. The Trident, yeah, makes a lot more sense. Power delivery is just nice and smooth and progressive. There is no snatchiness. It's a nice weight, it's a nice height. It looks superb, in my opinion. I mean, these headlights, they're not for everybody, I know, and I'll be honest, they took me a lot of getting used to, but once you're settled, you know, with this is how the bike's going to look. Get used to it. That's Triumph's take on this, isn't it? And it is a unique look, isn't it? It's very unique in the way it looks with those. They're praying mantis eyes, aren't they? It's another beautiful Triumph. It's another Triumph masterpiece, and other superlatives. The engine is so smooth. I mean, you know, you're riding a petrol engine bike for sure, but nice, isn't it, mate? It's that word again, isn't it? Nice. It is nice, though, isn't it, though? All right, Tweakle, where are we going next? Well, I'm gonna go past these cars, and then I think I'm gonna turn right at the end of here. If you're going right, I'm gonna go left, mate. I ain't having none of your silly bollocks. You're definitely sitting on it, but slightly in it as well. You don't feel perched on top of it so much as, well, you feel part of it, to be honest. We're 21 degrees today. That's the absolute perfect, for me, riding temperature. It's absolutely optimum. And what a beautiful day. And up to now, fingers crossed, the 360 is behaving. Now this lane is very, very bumpy. It's a horrible lane, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad on here. I mean, you can hear it in my voice where I'm getting jolted about, but it doesn't feel really harsh and choppy. You know, it doesn't feel that on the bike. It's definitely, that suspension's working extremely hard to soften out the worst of it. That colour's gorgeous, isn't it? You gotta love that. You gotta love that. That quick shift from blipper. Look at this. Watch. It's like playing a tune, isn't it? It's like using the bike as a musical instrument. It sounds nice. Could be louder. I suppose I'm used to, you know, my noisy GS with the Acra system on it. You'd want a bit of a rasp, wouldn't you, on a bike like this? Loving that quick shifter blipper. So much control over the gears with that. Lovely, lovely. So there is a lot of usable power all over the place. There's torque everywhere. It doesn't seem to matter what gear you're in or how fast you're going. The pickup anywhere through the rev range really is, it just feels absolutely fine with the torque. Right, 125 newton meters of torque, but it's not lumped. It's not lumped anywhere. I've not found that. You know, I'm not exploring the upper reaches of the rev range on it, obviously, but it does feel torquey everywhere, regardless of what you're doing. So you can have quite a lazy ride on it without having to keep shuffling up and down through your gears. Oh, it doesn't like doing that. I've just found that. So if you drop it down a couple of gears to fourth, as the revs are going down, it won't then go back up using the quick shifter. I mean, why would it? It's extremely comfortable. The seat is comfortable. The bar position is comfortable. The peg position is comfortable. You know, for a bike with this level of performance, the comfort level is not what you'd expect. It's so much better. Oh, I like this a lot. It's so easy to handle. It's so good-natured. Look at that old thing. 2CV van. Oh, dear me. Now, I am not going to own one of these. I'm never going to own one of these. Maybe you are. I wouldn't blame you at all, to be honest. This is a wonderful bike. If I was 20 years younger perhaps, and in the market for super nakeds, this you need to check this out, guys. So I did like the BMW S1000R. I did like it. I did like it, but there's something about inline 4 engines that I just don't like. I mean, that bike was excellent, but I like this one more. Oh, that induction! It's got a great sound to it. That induction roar. Ah, I want to eat you. So downsides up to now, what downsides are there? Well, fuel tank's a bit small. You're going to be, you know, on when you're out having fun. Let's put it like that. When you're out having fun, you are going to need to get to the garage quite frequently, because you're not going to be getting that many miles out of 15.5 litres when you're toasting it. What else don't I like? Struggling. I love these bar end mirrors, I really like those. What don't I like? I'm going to have to get off it in a minute and have a look round and make a concerted effort to find something that I don't like. Side stands very easy to find. There's got to be something. Come on. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Does that come off? Don't know. Oh, I don't like this. Don't like that. But, you know, tail tidy. Sort that out, wouldn't it? They're always a bit of a mess. There's got to be something. Come on. Think, man. Think. Oh, a fly screen would be nice. A fly screen would be nice there. Just a little one. A little cowl thing, you know. A little cowl thing. I know there's something. Right. So, oh, look where they put the horn. I mean, people are going to laugh at you, aren't they? I mean, honestly, Triumph, what were you thinking? Look where you put that horn, isn't that silly? I don't like that. It's not really an issue though, is it? I'm really, really struggling to find stuff that I don't like. Well, I don't like the fact that the service is overdue, and it is premium as well. And you know, the fit and finish on Triumph bikes is just bloody perfect. But there's no loose exposed wiring, or you know, stuff that just looks generally untidy or hasn't been thought about. Triumph obviously put an awful lot of work into thinking about the way things are going to be with their machines. They obviously put a hell of a lot of work into that, and it tells you your riding position, the way it feels, you know, everything is just so well thought out. It's not just a thrown together mishmash just trying to look good. It looks good and works well. Look at this, 29 miles an hour in third gear, just trundling through the village, 2,500 revs. Not doing anything wrong, officer, we're just being a good boy. And then the same gear just carries you all the way up to the license losing territory again. The engine braking is really nice, actually. Using the gears properly, it's just well balanced engine braking. I'm not sure whether you can alter engine braking on the bike in the settings. And today, I mean, because I have these bikes for such a short period of time, I'm not going to go into depth with any of this stuff. It's pointless me trying to do an in-depth review when I'm only on the bike for a few hours. It's all about the first impressions, how it feels. How does it make me feel? Well, it makes me feel very, very good. Oh, that's what I don't like. Look, there's only one headlight on. Well, there you go. That's done it for me. That has. The brakes are superb. Absolutely superb. It feels like you could do a stoppie. So we're going to go now. So we've done country lanes. We've done a few twisties and high-speed stuff. All of it exceptional. We'll head into Nottingham now and just see what she's like in traffic. And well, let's see what she's like in traffic. I already know what she's going to be like in traffic. She's so easy to handle. She's, you know, small and compact. It's lighter. It does feel lighter, much lighter than the old Speed Triple. That, from what I can remember, pretty certain it felt quite top heavy. None of that with this. Absolutely none of it. Which side am I going to go? Riding bikes is brilliant, isn't it? Right, so come on then guys, you guys and girls who own one of these machines, give us a clue. For all of those people considering whether they'd want to buy one of these machines, what is ownership like? Is this bike as good as it feels to be now? Is it easy to live with? Is it, I mean, have you had any issues, reliability issues? Any problems at all? Let us know in the comments below. Those sort of comments are really handy for you know, people who are considering buying one of these machines, parting with their hard-earned money to own a Triumph Speed Triple 1200 RS. If you own one of them, then please get in touch and leave some comments below. Oh, you want that lane, do you? Just cut in front of everybody then. I feel like I look great. I'm sure I look like what I am. The gears are tight together, and I do keep thinking that I've knocked it into second. You know, when I'm trying to find neutral, but then the neutral light comes on. So clearly I haven't, have I? Well, it's not exactly like riding around town, is it? Because it's so quiet today. But, you know, you just know damn well that this bike is going to go really well in traffic. You're not going to struggle with it. It's not, you know, it's not such a snatchy ride in the lower gears. Enough said, really. It's very easy to ride. It's just so well thought out, and I just cannot find anything that I really don't like about it. And yeah, the way it makes me feel. The way it makes me feel 20 years younger, to be honest. Motorcycling in general does that. I'm going to be 60 this year. I know. I don't look it, I know. However, I am. But I just don't feel it when I'm riding motorbikes. And this one, classic case in point, it makes me feel like a idiot. Well, not quite. It feels grown up. But it's, you know, it's sophisticated. It wants to have fun, but it wants to do it in a calm and controlled manner. You know, no pissing around. It's not going to take its clothes off. It's not going to pull both of its pockets out and then, you know, drop its zip and do the elephant at a party. It's just not going to do that. It's too sophisticated for that. You could ride this bike all day long. It is all day comfortable. Seriously, all day comfortable. Just everything's so easy about it. Make something difficult to live with, for God's sake. Look at it, it's a super naked. It's supposed to be difficult to live with. Nothing is difficult, nothing is hard. I imagine that the comments that are going to come back from people who own these bikes are all going to be positive. It's not intimidating at all. It really is not intimidating. Oh, if I had the money, obviously I just haven't got the money. I ain't got the money, mate. I work in the health, well, I don't work in the health service, but I work in healthcare. You know, it just don't pay that well, mate. Well, if you let the clutch out a little way, the revs go up, so it's like an anti-stall feature. I don't understand why anybody doesn't like cruise control. God, it's warm now, 24.5 degrees C. Right, that's it from me then, folks. Hope you've enjoyed this little ride out on the Triumph Speed Triple 1200 RS. I've loved it. I can't find anything to fault with this bike at all. I just can't find anything to fault with it. It's just sublime. Such a nice ride. Everything works. The build quality is perfect. It's just hitting the ball out the park again, Triumph. Well done, and thank you for producing such a little masterpiece. Thank you so much to Pidcock. Thank you to John for sorting this ride out for me. Thank you to Ian, the manager there at Pidcock. Anyway, that's enough from me. I'll see you on the next video. That will more than likely be a Galloway video, but yeah, I'll see you then. Thanks for coming along. My name's Jack Porter. This is the Moto Mogul channel. Bye for now, folks. See you soon. Right, so folks, that's it from me. Hope you've enjoyed this little ride out, first impressions ride on the Triumph. Hope you've enjoyed this little ride out on the Triumph. God, get this bit right, will you?